Hey all, welcome to the Institute in this week's top 10. So today I'm going to look at my top 10 favorite clear or translucent action figures. Now, understand that I used to collect these as their own breakdown. So I have a ton. I'm going to forget some of my favorites. I know it, but I'll still try to do my top 10 here. And maybe one of these days I'll have to do an update because I'll realize all the good ones I forgot. Going to start with number 10. This is an oldie but a goodie. This is from Mezco. Mezco did this guy back in the day. And like most of these translucent figures, I'll point it out when it's not the case, but like most of these, there is a painted version of this Edward Scissorhands that they did. You can see they did like this. This is the Vincent Price over here on this side. But then they released him also in this sort of ice version. Mezco has done plenty of clear figures over the years. And that's going to be my number 10. Number 9 is another one that was originally a painted figure, and then they did a special version in clear because he likes to be invisible. That would be the Predator. So this Predator up here was the one done by McFarlane. This is one of the very first ones. And here he is. This was a mail away. You can send in your coupon and get this guy in the mail. He is one of the earliest ones. I mean, we've got some others. Hasbro, of course, did one. McFarlane did that same figure in a 12-inch. But it was really this one that was kind of the first of his kind. He gets number 9. Number 8. It's going to be a Harry Potter figure. Now, of course, Harry liked to have his invisibility cloak on at times. And Mattel took advantage of that with this guy down here. Now, the first two figures, as I said, were actual figures that were just done in clear to take advantage of either their iciness or invisibility. Here we have one that's actually with a new cloak and everything, right? So this is actually a newer figure, something added to it to create this invisibility cloak version. Now, the cloak, obviously, they didn't put it over his head like they really should have. I mean, I'm not sure how we're seeing his head, but he gets number 8. Number 7 goes back to one of those ones where they just took a figure they had and did it in clear because it kind of made sense. That would be the recent Froto from Diamond Select Toys. A very nicely done, all clear figure. Obviously, he's wearing the ring. Now, this is just this figure done in the translucent plastic, but he's still fun. They did this with Gollum as well, of course. So that's number 7. Number 6 is an oldie but goodie. This guy comes from Toy-Com and Art Asylum, so you know he's an oldie. And that would be Space Ghost. Completely makes sense, right? Space Ghost is the kind of character that turns invisible. And this Space Ghost is actually a clear plastic version of this one down here at the desk. Like I said, this was Toy-Com did this guy in conjunction with Art Asylum. If you remember, that's what the packages looked like back there with the Space Spectre. So there we go. That's number 6. Number 5 is a character that we've gotten a few clear versions. Got him in a clear bust. That's Yoda. Not because he's invisible or because he's icy, but because he's a ghost. What's kind of cool about this one from Kodapakia is that the rest of the base is done as you would expect, with a nice painted tree that he's sitting on there. Not sure why his cane is clear, but, you know, he took it with him. So there's number 5. Now, I really like it when they're not just plain clear. I like a little color in my figure, so 4, 3, and 2 are going to show you that. 4, Sideshow did this guy. When they did their 8-inch creature from the Black Lagoon, they did a really great green version. Now, they did a blue Metaluna Mutant, too. I was going to put him on the list, but there's an awful lot of paint on him, actually, even though he's a blue translucent plastic. So I skipped him for this list. But Creature from the Black Lagoon is one of my very favorites, and he gets number 4. Likewise, another cool color, also from Diamond Select Toys, like Froto, is this spike up here. Now, I forget if this spike was it was either a convention exclusive or a party giveaway at Toy Fair, maybe, something like that. This yellowish plastic version, very cool. and he gets number 3. Number 2 is from the Four Horsemen. They worked on this line, the Outer Spacemen. They did a number of clear figures in that line. But it's this green Gemini that I really like. That is a great looking color. Kind of reminds me of Jello. It's a great line overall. You can see I got quite a few of them here. It's a fun line overall, reminiscent of the 60s and 70s. But it's this Gemini that's really cool. And that's number 2. Number 1, though, just because I love the character so much, I love the line so much from Palisades. Yes, it's going to be Beaker. And Beaker was the only figure they did completely clear. You can see him back there. He's in this completely clear plastic. There is the invisible cream one here that's half invisible. There's the invisible spray one here with Fozzie, who still has his paws. But this is the one. He was a giveaway. You can see here he came bagged like this. Can almost not see him in the bag. But he's getting my number 1. I love Beaker. He's just a great figure. This was a really fun idea. So there we go. My top 10 clear figures. Now, like I said, I have tons of them. So I've probably forgotten some that are my favorites. I'll probably have to update this list at some point. You know how it is. But hopefully by Wednesday, we'll also be able to do some sort of favorite collection. Until then, I hope you have a great collecting week. Make sure you subscribe, and have a great one.